If you've ever had your time wasted, today's video is for you. How many of us, whether it be relationships or jobs or other situations, have felt like our time was wasted by others, oftentimes because they weren't able to be honest about their intentions? But I will say today's is about a shift in perspective. It's not a five-step process to make sure people aren't lying to you. This is a way to help you rethink that old adage. Why not make lemons into lemonade? And I probably said that wrong. But if you enjoy the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, follow, comment. Just let me know that you're enjoying it. And make sure to go to ihopeyouwakeup.com to check out the book. But without further ado, Thought 33. How often have we found ourselves frustrated over perceived wasted time, be it a job, a relationship, or other life experiences? The statement, "I can't believe I wasted my time," is a familiar one, especially when our dreams and expectations don't align with reality. This sentiment, however, can be the catalyst for a profound awakening, a shift in perspective that could radically alter our outlook on life. Let me illustrate this with a personal anecdote. I recall the painful end of my engagement, a time when I was engulfed in heartbreak. Walking away from what I thought was my future, I felt like I had wasted precious years. All the dreams and plans I had seemed to dissipate into thin air. At that moment, I had believed that the outcome I hoped for, the end, justified all the means, including the time invested. The belief I later realized was a limiting one. This mindset is not uncommon in our culture. Many of us fixate on desired outcomes, enduring the present moment as merely a means to an end. We sacrifice today in the hope that tomorrow will bring the fulfillment of our dreams. But what happens when these dreams don't materialize? Why do we as a culture often defer our peace and happiness to a future that may never come? For years, I viewed romantic relationships as sacrifices made for a future dream. This perspective left me in a slate of chronic dissatisfaction, punctuated by fleeting moments of joy. It was only when I began to see past relationships not as failed ventures, but as gifts that I could embrace a more positive and fulfilling life. Consider the common scenario of people working tirelessly, longing for the weekend, holidays, or vacations. Think about relationships where partners are on autopilot, rehashing the same arguments, plagued by the same insecurities, all in the hope of a proposal or a significant change from the other person. This way of living isn't inherently wrong, but it begs the question, if we desire something different, why not adapt a new perspective? Who taught us that life is about sacrificing the present for a dream future? And what happens when the future doesn't turn out as we hoped? The prevalent mindset views life as a series of sacrifices, but what if we could shift this paradigm? What if we engaged in work and relationships not as chores or burdens, but as expressions of self love and passive fulfillment? The saying, "when life gives you lemons, make lemonade," suggests making the best out of an unwanted situation. But I propose a different view. Life gives you precisely what you plant. So why plant lemons if you don't desire lemonade? Instead, why not cultivate a life where every moment is cherished, where work and relationships are not seen as sacrifices, but as opportunities to experience joy and fulfillment? What if we could say, life gives you exactly what you plant? The question is, why would you plant lemons and not be grateful that life gave you the ingredients to make Chick-fil-A's best beverage? This message may not resonate with everyone. It's not intended for the masses, but it could be exactly what you need to hear. Imagine living a life where every moment is embraced, where the journey is as valued as the destination. This is not just about making the best of what you have. It's about creating a life you don't need to escape from. So, why not wake up and live the life of your dreams in the here and now? The question isn't just about dreaming of a better future, but about finding beauty and purpose in the present. It's a call to action, an invitation to shift your perspective and plant the seeds for a life that fulfills you every day. It's time to wake up to your dreams. And look, I'll be the first to admit, I was wholeheartedly invested in the idea of sacrificing for the better future. And especially to my men, that's the big thing right now, right? You've chosen simple pleasures in the moment instead of fighting for this better future and sacrificing what you need to now in order to have what you want. But the thing that people don't always hone in on is that it doesn't always work out for people. You might put away for retirement for the next 30 years and die right before the 31st. You may not get the opportunity to see your kids grow. You may not get the opportunity for your relationship to finally hit that spot where you get to live on and walk off onto the sunset. And so the question becomes, if everything that you're doing right now is based on an uncertain future in the hopes to trade off, because I sacrifice today, hopefully I'll get something tomorrow. Why? Like, what if it doesn't work out? It doesn't work out for most people. We see this across the culture all the time. We see people get fired from jobs that they worked at for years. We see people in relationships for 10 years and not get the things that they wanted out of it. We see people who put away for a future hoping for retirement and something happens to them. You know, I've lost some family members, some of them sooner than I thought I would. Some of them ended up in situations that we just didn't expect for them. And at the end of the day, the number one thing that I can take away from that is that nothing is promised. And so if the concept of life is to sacrifice all these years in the hopes to have something that you're not even sure if it's what you want because you can't know until you get there, why not at least choose things that you enjoy right now? It doesn't mean that in turn you're sacrificing the future. It doesn't mean do things that are detrimental to your future. It means love yourself enough to do what matters most to you, both today and for tomorrow. It's a balance, it's a loving process that can change everything, but it requires a change of perspective. We can feel it in the saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Life doesn't give you lemons unless you planted lemons. So if you planted the lemons, be excited for the planting, be excited for the cultivation, and be excited for the sale to Chick-fil-A, as it makes one of the greatest combos of lemonade and sweet tea. I hope you absolutely love today's chapter. I'm trying to be a little bit more communicative about what I love, how I feel, and all these other things. So tell me if you enjoyed it. Until next time, my name is Django. The book coming out is called I Hope You Wake Up. Make sure to pre-order at ihopeyouwakeup.com and make sure to like, follow, subscribe, comment, share, whatever you feel. Peace.